Good evening and thanks for joining us. Hadfield is on his way to making history. He and two other astronauts, an American and a Russian, launched this morning from a cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Their Russian Soyuz capsule now on a journey to the International Space Station where, for 5 months, Hadfield will be in charge. The Governor General today called it a great day for Canada and for the world of innovation and discovery. Our report tonight from Mike Armstrong.
3, 2, 1, and liftoff of Tom Marshburn, Roman Romanenko, and Chris Hadfield.
It didn't take long to get the impression things were going well. Less than 5 minutes after the launch, Chris Hadfield was pumping his fist. Now, the launch was broadcast at the Canadian Space Agency just outside Montreal. There was a hint of nervousness.
I was kind of internally holding my breath, but also smiling to myself and winking at Chris, saying, "Hey, go."
Well, Hadfield is going where only a handful of Canadians have gone before, but he's also going to mark a first. In March, he'll take command of the International Space Station, a position no Canadian has ever held. It will add to his resume. Hadfield was also the first Canadian to ever make a spacewalk.
The crew will eat some of their meals at the kitchen.
Robert THIRSK is the only other Canadian to have lived on the ISS. He spent 6 months on board. He says one of the challenges Hadfield will have is being away for so long from everything.
For the first month or so, the crew members would get together and say, "Bob, we've been in space for a month now. Isn't that fantastic?" But after about 3 or 4 months, people stop saying that. And then there's a countdown for when you're going to return.
There are no plans right now for Hadfield to make another spacewalk, but he will be busy. He has about 130 experiments he'll be working on.
Get the pressure up.
A couple are partnerships with the University of Waterloo looking at aging. They're trying to find out why heart arteries stiffen in weightlessness, and will be taking blood samples in space and then back on Earth.
So whatever it is that's causing the change, hopefully by that time it'll be pretty clear in the blood.
Oh, of course, we're very proud of it.
Hadfield's parents didn't make this launch. They caught the others, but this one they watched from home. Their son's secret, they say, is his drive and dedication.
Every day he just does what he needs to do to accomplish what he wants, as a key to the next phase, and he's done that all his life.
Jettison confirmed.
Now, there was a little wisdom passed on from an experienced astronaut, but not a tip you might expect. Bob THIRSK says he told Hadfield to enjoy the trip and to take time for crazy astronaut tricks.
Fly around like Superman. Make sure you enjoy that, because that's what you'll miss when you come home.
Hadfield may have been listening to that tip 12 minutes in this morning, even strapped down. He was trying weightlessness again with his pen. Mike Armstrong, Global News, St. Hubert, Quebec.
And here's a little more about Chris Hadfield. He joined the Canadian Armed Forces in 1978 and became a fighter pilot, intercepting Soviet planes in Canadian airspace during the Cold War. In 1995, he became the first Canadian to operate the Canadarm, and he was the first Canadian to float freely in space. Hadfield is the only Canadian to ever board Russia's original Mir space station.